just left? Hello everyone and welcome to Global Spec Racing. We are here for the new season of Tier 2. We are here in round 1, here in Bahrain. And Bahrain, you know, a track that's pretty much started off most seasons here in GSR. I think other than one or two which we had Silverstone start, but other than that, not much has happened. Obviously, 14 drivers in at the moment. I think we're getting a couple more in, and later on I should be getting joined in the comms box by a man who, well, he's no stranger to Tier 2. Raced here a few times last season, and he also helped aid out in commentary yesterday. I will be joined by Lizard. I think he's in the middle of a race at the moment, but he should join. As there we go, Fatboy Unslim has now joined. But yeah, 15 drivers now. Interestingly, only one person so far opting to start on the mediums. But, yeah, not much to comment on in terms of driver's pace. We know, obviously last season we had Cameron W120. He won the championship in very controversial conditions. Don't know who that is that's just added me. I think he might be a racer. But yeah, very controversial conditions for Cameron to win the championship last season. Obviously, he did collide with his championship teammate and still Tier 2 driver and still Mercedes driver, Mr. Wingo 45, who we can expect to see up the front end as well. But got a few drivers coming up to start their laps now. I think the first one to start their lap is Alistair. As here, joining me in the comms box now is Lizard. So, hello Lizard. Alistair just getting a toe off of Beatnik there. Who is... Oh right, okay, fair enough. Hello? Is it working? Alright. Nah, it's fine, don't worry about it. But I think, is it Alistair who's gonna set the first Vapor?
Including my audio now.
It's actually gonna be, no, it is Alistair who's gonna set his first lap. So the 4i Alistair then, coming up to Sector 2 now. As he might just about pick up a bit of a toe off of Jimbo, coming down the back, coming down the final straight. As we now got Ski Man. So our first casualty of the famous uphill right-hander. I think he's crashed just before it.
I think he's lost it on the exit.
As just now going to come across the line at 26.78. Obviously, pole position yesterday was GSR Callum. That was a 26.2. So
yeah,
we
should
expect
be
these drivers to be able to
the
beat
25s, hopefully. High 25s, hopefully. We expect.
Absolutely. Next cross line was FR77. And then it's MNK Boy who sets a 27.911. Not the best lap from MNK. Obviously, Tier 3 driver last season for Aston Martin. He helped them win the Constructors' title. As Vapor now goes P1 with a 26.6. So Vapor, he's turned a few assists off this time, which is, as you may know, he was Tier 1 last season. Whereas now he is down in Tier 2.
Joining me in I think a lot of drivers have decided to turn assists off. I think they're just getting bored of the game, trying to shake it up a bit.
Yeah, it's not exactly the best game
No,
that's
it's
ever
not. I
been,
mean, I've
that
done it as
Cody's
well.
have made.
I'm just going to double check my audio is working properly.
Yeah, that's fine, don't worry. Oh, it's off. We have... Oh, that's
Dizzy's
Dizzy
off, yeah. Who else is on a lap?
So the Alpine driver
I think
has
Jimbo's
gone
on a lap.
off.
Oh, it's not a great lap so far.
Yes, I don't think it's... I think he's, he backed off
Yeah,
on
he
that lap
backed off
because he's
his,
still
yeah.
got very high ERS. So he's going for his push lap now. So we'll actually ride on board with Jimbo for the entirety of this lap. So, come down into turn 1, you want to brake just before the 100 meter board, down into second gear. You want to make sure you get good traction out of there, because you've got... It's flat out all the way up until turn 4, so if you get a bad exit out of turn 1, then it's going to cost you. He just gets over that inside curb of turn 4, he now makes his way down into turn 5, rounds off sector 1. It's a 28.1 for his first sector. As doesn't spin it on the death curb on the outside there. This is another corner you want to get crucial traction out of, because if you get too much oversteer you end up in the barrier and it might not, and if you don't get the best of exits it won't set you up well for turn 10. Turn 10 obviously you could see a few people locking up and I think it was F2, I think it was it Dan Tictum locked up and took someone out?
Turn 1, yes. It was ticked him into the back of Viscal, I think. Could have been.
Yeah, I think into turn 10 though.
Turn 10 you had...
Or it was it Aitken? It wasn't this year, it was
No,
last
last
year.
season it was Ilot. It was Ilot which cost him the
Oh
championship.
yeah, it was Ilot, wasn't it?
That was it.
Right, but Jimbo's coming around to finish off his lap now. This will put him probably... I would say he's probably going to go about P5.
P6,
He rounds
yeah,
out the lap,
about that.
it's P6.
Seen anyone else
Not a
on
bad
a
lap,
Anyone
but...
else on for a lap? They're not.
Fat Boy's on that
I think
lap.
Wingo's on foot.
Got Wingo, yeah.
Wingo and Morgan Cheeseman might both be on laps, I think. Wingo
Yeah,
made a
Wingo's
mistake
just
last
ahead,
lap.
I think.
Oh no, Wingo's it's not a great lap so far. Yeah, Wingo's backed off. He invalidated his first lap. Nozman's starting his lap now.
Nozman.
Davis is going for an air lap as well.
Okay,
27.8 first sector, good
gonna
first
ride on
sector.
board with Morgan Cheeseman here. Just as he rounds out his
Good middle
first
sector.
flying lap. Yeah, 105,
7.
didn't catch the end of it, but according to the mini-map, it is a purple middle sector, but as we all know, this game likes to lie to us. But here comes Morgan then. He's worked his way up the past couple seasons. Started off, as he goes P7 there, 27.5. But Morgan worked his way up the tiers. He's, because when I first joined he was down in tier 5. RIP tier 5.
Davis on a very good lap so far. Let's see what he does.
Davis. 5/10 up on his lap at
He
the
did a
moment.
105.2 for the middle sector. It should put him around the top 3. Around the final corner, a little bit wide of the apex. Doesn't get the power down as early as he'd like to. Coming towards the line now. Where's he going to slot in? Davis goes up to P2.
P2.
Just a 10th off, or just under a 10th.
Nobody yet to get anywhere near GSR Callum's 26.2.
Nozman coming across the line now, goes up to
few...
P5. Not a bad lap from him.
Okay, good lap for Nozman.
Wingo on for another lap here. Who else is on
Wingo's definitely pushing this lap, is he?
Yeah,
he's running low on fuel, so he might not be able to round it out. Because he has got the red icon blinking at him.
Middle sector,
So,
105.2 as well, equal with Davis at this point in the lap. And we know Davis made that slight mistake at the final corner, so where will this put Wingo?
If he pushes hard enough, and if he doesn't run out of fuel, he could go provisional pole position.
Let's see
round
there.
the final corner. DRS open.
Across the line, does...
Wingo
oh,
goes
he goes
P2.
P2, just shy. Morgan Cheeseman.
32 thousandths.
And he also thought, Losman not on a lap.
Alistair
started a lap. He's gone with a 27.8 first sector. That's a good first sector. I think he's the only one on a lap. Just Dylan Boy, 27.9 first sector, slightly slower.
Right, we're gonna watch the Ferrari of
Dizzy's
Alistair.
on,
I believe this is his debut race in GSR, so he's looking to make a good impression. Obviously, I think the last debutant to win a race was Harry yesterday, or he won it on track, but because of penalties, he got demoted to, I think it was P4. But 2 tenths up now is Alistair. So this is... oh, but he goes wide and invalidates.
That's invalidation. Dylan now. That's like a 105.1 through the second sector. That is currently, that would put him on pole. Just needs to get a tidy final sector.
I think that's the fastest we've seen in the middle sector.
See where he goes. To get his final corner right. A little bit wide as well. A lot of drivers taking a little bit of a wide line through the final corner. Not the greatest of exits as well, but we cross the line. Here he goes. He goes just shy. Yeah, he lost it in the final sector. The yellow flag out there. Is that Jimbo? It's just Jimbo backing off, I think.
I think it's... yeah,
it's
he's
Jimbo.
I think he's going to try and give Vapor a toe down the...
oh, Vapor
down the back
up,
straight.
No, he locks up.
Vapor was 2 tenths up on his lap,
he
but
locks
with
up,
that...
though. Could cost, yep, he's backed out of it.
and he's backed off.
A lot of yellow flags going out there. Not sure why. Possibly just
drivers going slowly.
Yeah. Anyone else on a lap then?
Fat Boy's just started a lap. I was doing some practice with Fat Boy earlier. He wasn't feeling too confident going into quali.
Let's see where he goes. It's not the greatest of laps, but he is on a lap.
Oh no, the Williams.
See what the Williams
3 tenths up on his lap at the moment, so this would put him
P6,
probably
yeah.
P6. He lost a bit of time in that final corner by the looks of it. Meanwhile, we've got Dizzy.
Dizzy's on a lap,
Dizzy's coming around his lap.
Great lap here. He's only a 10th up.
It isn't a great lap.
Fatboy Slim, not a great first sector either. 28.3. See where his middle sector, the 108, 105.8 though, not too bad. Only about 6 tenths off the fastest time, so it could put him around 6th place-ish if he gets his final sector right. Beat Nick with a 27.9 first sector. It's a good first sector from Beat Nick. Let's see what he gets across the middle sector split.
Fat Boy's coming up to finish his lap now.
Yeah, a 105.2 for Beat Nick as well. Puts him equal with those at the front.
Fat Boy goes P9. Where's Beatnik going to go then? He's 1 second up on his lap.
Jimbo over 105.4
so
middle sector, slightly
9.
down. Let's see. Beatnik gets the final corner right though. Can he get the power down early enough?
This could put him into the top 5 here.
He goes to second.
And he's into P2. Look how close the top 4 are.
The top 5. Jimbo now crossing the line. See where Jimbo goes. Jimbo can go up to P7 only.
P7.
Only up to P7. FR77 on for a second push lap. He is slightly up as well.
Oh, that's an outlap.
Let's see where FR77 goes. He goes
Dizzy
wide.
has come to a complete stop on track.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Dizzy. Really not sure.
Well, he's just pulled. It's not a retire.
I think MNK is our only driver on a lap now.
That's a weird one from Dizzy because he had plenty of time to like take the corner.
MNK with a 105.4 middle sector could put him around that 6th place-ish. See what happens. Glad he comes to finish his lap.
MNK, we know MNK's he works well with his teammates. I don't think his teammate is in today.
No, there's no teammate for in the AlphaTauri sister car. Here we go then, crossing the line now with a 27
he goes P8.
P8. Very tight though.
Yeah, especially for that top 4. What is it separating them? 2, 3, 32 thousandths of a second separating the top 4.
I think Nozman is the furthest driver on a lap here. Nozman and Matt Backman both on laps, but not great first sectors for them both.
Matt Bikeman, obviously tier 3 driver.
Yeah.
So
had an unfortunate race yesterday. Had a collision, which wasn't really his fault with Callum, but it was just a racing incident. Callum got squeezed against the apex of turn 1. Had a snapper oversteer, which tagged the back of Matt Backman's car.
The Aston Martin.
Yeah,
not
Nozman's
kicked
down.
off the season how they would have liked. Oh, but Matt goes very wide there.
That's going to lose him a lot of time. Davis
invalidated
on
him
for
though.
27.9 first sectors. Good first set from Davis. And he cooked the rest of the lap up. He's only a tenth off the pole. So can he get this lap right?
Comes Mac across the line. It's P11 for Mac. Where does Nosman go? Nosman pulls into pit lane. So we now move to Davis. So Davis, he's actually down on his lap time as it stands by half a tenth.
Only one.
Can he
Only
find the
driver on a lap currently.
He's not pushing, I don't think.
Pulled out of it. So no drivers on a lap currently. We've got a few drivers coming out.
We've got a few on out laps. Got the Williams of
Mac, I assume, is going back to the pits, I assume.
Alistair also on an out lap.
And McKay's coming into the pits, so I think Davis will be the first one to start under the lap. If he goes again, or does he just box and get a new set of tyres? We're not sure. I think he's going for another lap. Yeah, I think he's got enough time to go for this lap, come in, change tyres, and go back out again. Just he's tight though. Here we go then. Let's go on board with
I think
Davis.
his teammates tried to time it to where he comes out.
Nice,
but it's not going to work.
Let's go on board with Davis for the lap then. Into turn one, braking hard. Good towards the apex. You don't want to hit that apex this year, because it will send you around. Nice turn 2 and 3. Now onto the straight. Then braking hard, gets nicely into the apex. It's the car rotated up to 4th, up to 5th. So a good first sector it seems. Yeah, he's up in the first sector. Purple first sector.
So could we see a new contender for pole position? We're looking at him now, turn 10. We're going to see a few lockups here, I reckon.
Gets it stopped well.
Davis, not... Yeah, he gets it stopped. He's not locked up. He's still got plenty of ERS to use. Obviously, he doesn't control it, really. You can only switch it on and off.
Yeah.
But...
Well, no, it's in hot
what's his middle sector looking like?
Let's see where he is.
Very wide and all over the curves from the looks of it.
He's up though. He's still up by a tenth. He's still up there. We're putting provisionally pole, which is wide. He's slightly wide through 13, which is not going to hamper his run down towards 14 and 15.
He's not quite going to be able to pick up the toe off of...
I think it's Jumbo. Or the Vapor, I think.
I can't tell.
It's Vapor.
But Davis, he's going to come up to the line now.
It does go pole.
He takes provisional pole.
1:26.569. Alistair next coming up across the line. Alistair, middle sector, a 104.9. He's 3 tenths up. Alistair on for provisional pole here.
104s. He's got that very nicely there.
And he might get a distance slipstream into the final corner though. Just got to hook the final corner well. Gets it turned in nicely. Very nicely onto the power as well. Can he get this exit now? Towards the line. Where's this going to put Alistair? Alistair goes for a 1 minute 6.4, a tenth and a bit quicker. It's a great lap by Alistair.
Now we're seeing the fast laps.
Here we go then. Any other lot of drivers? Who's next across the line? Next across the line will be Wingo. Where's this put Wingo? Wingo's starting his lap. Beatnik coming up to start his lap as well. So next driver on track is, I think it's Fat Boy and Slim who's also on the out lap. So next driver will be Vapor.
It's going to be Vapor.
Let's see where the man who was on provisional pole. Let's see where he can put himself. He's backed out of it.
He's backed off.
He's backed out of it.
He's going for one final push lap from the looks of it. I don't think he'll have the time for it though.
Right, who else is next on track? Just this boy Dylan.
Just Dylan boy, yep. He's picked up.
Dennis Leave, I've commentated.
Just Dylan boy comes across the line, goes P2. GSR _streams on Twitch.
Davis retires. Davis is pulled into pit lane and retired.
Right, Beatnik's on a lap.
Only people that can stop Wingo. Where's Wingo on track? 3 tenths up. Can Wingo take pole?
Beatnik is 2 tenths up on his lap.
Wingo across the line, goes pole by a tenth and a half. A 26.2 is a good lap from Wingo. Pretty much on par with
Beatnik's next across the line.
Let's see where this puts Beatnik. Beatnik could snatch away pole from Wingo.
He's only 2 tenths up, so it'd only be a 0.4.
And this puts Beatnik. He goes P2.
And it is only P2.
Final drive on laps, Fat Boy and Slim, and he put it in the wall. That is qualifying over.
So it's Wingo then. The championship, the last season's runner-up in the championship goes P2 or goes P1, sorry, and takes pole position for the season opener here in Bahrain. Beatnik, he's making his return to F1 racing in GSR. He goes P2. Then it's well, there's 4 Ferrari powered cars in the top 5. So it's then the second Ferrari of Alistair. And then just Dylan Boy will come 4th, and then Davis in 5th. Vapor and Jimbo come 6th and 7th, and we'll round out the rest of the grid in a minute. But whilst we're here, let's just take a moment to thank our sponsor, SilentX. Obviously, energy drinks company. Pretty good stuff they got there. Go to silentx.com or silentxenergy.com to pick yourself up some either Acropolis apple or cherry. Both very good flavours, I've heard. And yeah, just go have a blast. But then, just to confirm the grid rundown, it's Wingo who takes provisional pole position. I keep saying provisional. It's Wingo who takes pole position from Beatnik, from Alistair, from Just Dylan Boy, and then Davis. Then come 3 British drivers in Vapor, Jimbo, and FR77. MNK and Nozman round out the top 10. Mac Biteman, Fatboy Unslim, Morgan Cheeseman, Dizzy, and Ski Man are the 5 remaining drivers. So, Lizard, who's your pick for? Who do you reckon's got a chance for the win?
Someone to watch out for is Mac again. He didn't have the greatest race yesterday, but he did prove the alternate strategy. You went on the alternate strategy yesterday. You could do it again today. It could work out. With less safety cars, hopefully, this race, we should see a lot more strategy options. Whether drivers go for a 2-stop or a 1-stop, it's very viable to go with both here because tyre weight is quite high around here. So it'll be interesting to see what drivers decide to do. I know yesterday
I
one
think the
driver.
amount of safety cars will dictate the pit stops.
I know one driver yesterday finished the race with 94% tyre wear.
That was
It's communist, I believe.
Yeah. So very bold of him there. So we're just waiting for the drivers to sort their setups out and sort fuel all their rest of it out. But then, if I had to choose my race winner, I think I'd probably have to say Wingo.
Yeah, you can't rule out the previous champion.
Well, he's not a champion, is he?
Oh yeah, no, he's champion.
He's runner-up.
Yeah, I forgot that.
It was Brazil.
Yeah, it was some controversial, but I'm not going to get into it. Forgot about that race.
But then, Wingo now leads us away on this formation lap.
Yep, everyone outside the top 10 goes for the medium tyres, as expected.
Yeah. So then, top 10 all choose softs. The 5 remaining drivers all on the mediums.
To be fair, a lot of
the
drivers actually quite evenly matched with their teammate. We have the Mercedes on pole when Ski Man binned it in qualifying, but usually would be up the front end.
Everybody's in a.
Beatnik and Alistair and the Ferraris start next to each other in the grid. So 2 Alfa Romeos,
Boy and Davis,
followed by 2 McLarens, and then we got FR in the Williams with no teammate. So we'd say with MNK no teammate. So with Nozman in the Red Bull with no teammate. And then we have alternating Aston Martins and AlphaTauris. Yeah. And then obviously Ski Man to round out the grid after DNS in qualifying. He'll be looking for a good result, but don't rule out Ski Man. Like good results in the past. Good competent driver.
Ski Man, he's quick. Obviously, he just needs some nice consistent driving, just needs to stay out of trouble. Someone who hopes there is no carbon fibre flying is definitely Fatboy. Because he appears to have forgotten his helmet.
Oh yeah.
You better hope that the Halo does its job.
Let's have a quick look around the grid then.
So then Wingo now rounding out, coming up to slot into his grid position. Then comes Beatnik, pretty much riding it. Oh, now they're ghosting each other.
Yep.
Alistair's left a pretty big gap, and then Dylan Boy's close behind him.
And then Davis left
is left and then Vapor's all over the back of him. And then out of nowhere comes FR. He's just going to scoot past everyone.
Nice turn.
Right. So then, We're going to go to 5 red lights as the last cars round out the grid. Ski Man going to be the last car in slotting into his position. Actually, no, it'll be Dizzy who slots into position last, but... Oh, the thing's glitched for me.
Yeah, we're waiting here. Who we're waiting on, we're not sure. Oh, here we go. Seems it's sorted out. Here we go.
So we go to 5 red lights here in Bahrain. 3, 4, 5 red lights.
It's lights
It's
a
lights
poor
out and
start
away
for
we
Wingo.
go.
It's
It's a great start for Beatnik, but a terrible one for Wingo. They're now going to go side by side down into turn 1. Alistair's also had a good start. Are they going to go 3 wide? The Mercedes and the 2 Ferraris. Alistair round the outside of his teammate.
The 4
the
wide
Mercedes
between
of
2
Wingo.
McLarens. Oh my
side
god,
by
the 4
side.
wide. And I think that's Vapor off.
Oh,
off
far
and...
into the distance there is FR.
Oh, FR and Wingo both went off and both had contact off the track.
Alistair with a great start there. Already is up 2 positions. And he's got a spinner.
Round.
And it's Morgan Cheeseman. That's really unfortunate there for the Aston Martin driver. So then, it's now Alistair who leads from Wingo, from Davis who's had a really good start, from Beatnik who's had a start to forget. Jimbo's also had a pretty good start. Then comes Just Dylan Boy, then MNK Boy, and Vapor JS. He's also had a pretty dreadful start. Dizzy is the highest placed medium runner as it stands, followed by his teammate Fatboy and Slim. Matt Beitman then comes 11th. 12th is Nozman. He's clearly not had the best of starts. Ski Man, he's already up 2 positions after contact for FR77 and Morgan Cheeseman have put them down the order.
Trying to just quickly see if there's any wing damage on anyone's car. Not that I can see at the moment.
Vapor JS is dropped quite a bit back.
Yeah, he had contact with FR. They both had contact at turn 3, which sent them both off. Vapor was so nearly went into the wall.
Dylan Boy all over the back of Jimbo here.
There we go, Wingo though. Wingo going back for the win.
He wants that
lead
lead back.
He takes the lead back.
They're now side by side down into turn 1. It's a terrible camera angle. I'm going to ride on board with the Mercedes driver. Alistair looking to get the switch back. He actually has got the switch back. He's got a far better exit than Wingo has gotten. They're going to go side by side down into turn 4. They better. It's pretty clean racing between the two. Plenty of room is left for Wingo, who has a big snap of oversteer there and almost pushes Alistair off track. Wingo backs out of it. This could leave him vulnerable to Davis down into the braking zone though.
Don't know if he changed wing.
Ski Man, I think, might have had wing damage.
He changed his wing though. I think he just hit for a set of mediums, which he started the race on. He must have had wing damage, but I didn't see any. Yeah. So, well, here we go. Top.
So then,
everyone though in that DRS train at the moment, waiting for the DRS to be enabled. Dizzy gets all out of shape though, and so would Fatboy and Slim, which could give Nozman a run to get back past him again. Nozman pulls out,
have a run.
Goes for the move, he gets the move, it's 11.
Oh, Dizzy's actually in AI. Dizzy is in AI, so Dizzy's really slow because he's AI at the moment. For me it says he's AI, and I think by how slowly he's going, it's
Matt out of nowhere. Don't know where he came from there. It seems both Alpines going
they're
backwards.
going to go 3 wide down into the final corner here.
This is chaos.
Matt Beitman, Dizzy and Nozman. Matt Beitman is on the inside. Nozman leaves in the room. And Nozman, great move around the outside there as Dizzy gets the switch back now. He's going to go side by side with the Aston Martin. But Matt is going to pick up the toe. This is just like Tier 3 yesterday where we had 2, maybe 3 big battles going on. As Matt Beitman is going to dive down the inside there, 3 wide into turn 1. Dizzy outbreaks himself.
FR gets now through as well. FR gets through. FR's going to watch the back of this. He's DRS.
He's going to have...
And here we go. FR going to make it 3 wide. Can he get past both drivers into the braking zone? He can.
He does. But Matt
Beitman
runs
into the back
of him,
Max
and he's spun.
He's taken out Nozman with him. FR though, wonderful move there.
Has pushed Dizzy wide, and Max round again. Max off into the barrier now.
Just can't get any luck from Max after yesterday spinning out. He spins out for a second race in a row.
Oh, as Beatnik is very wide there, so Jimbo's now going to look down the inside, but he just backs out of it. It's not a wise move to go there. I found that out the hard way.
Yep. But the gap, crucially though, the soft runners have all gained the gap to the medium runners after they've been fighting so hard, the medium runners, which is not going to help them with their strategy later.
Absolutely. We know that.
Oh, there's a yellow flag. Ski Man's up again.
Ski Man.
He's had a little spin, I think. It's just going from bad to worse for Ski Man. Here we go then. Up front. Davis sitting in the DRS range. Can he make a move?
When did Davis?
I
Davis
think
must have
Wingo
got
made a
past
mistake.
Wingo.
I believe.
Hmm.
Here we go then. Davis going down the inside. Makes the move for the lead of the race. It stopped well.
You've seen Alistair pull the
Now,
switch back off before though.
let's see if
And it
Alistair
looks
can
like
get
he's
the
pulled it
switch
off
back.
again.
He has. He's
He's
going
got
around
the
the
DRS
outside.
as well.
Wingo just watching this all go on. Jimbo as well could possibly go for a move and go side by side into turn
Round the
4.
outside.
Alistair holding it round the outside. David is just going to have to back out of it.
Really good move there from Alistair to take back his position.
Elsewhere for the field, no more moves this lap. I would see. Oh, FR's made a mistake. He's dropped back. FR has, I think he's just lagging all over the place. I don't really
He's got
know.
wing damage, I think, because he went.
I'm sure he's just lagging all over the place. I think it's just a lot of lag from him on my screen.
Yeah, he is definitely lagging a lot.
Jimbo pulls out some slipstream. Beating it, tries to get into his slipstream. All of the top runners are nicely packed.
Yeah, so you've got, it's a battle from 1st to 8th, and then you've got a train from 9th to 12th.
Yeah, train from 9th to 12th. That's the medium runners. Nozman must surely have wing damage, but why is he struggling so much? It's his medium runners to keep up. Here we go then. Davis, only 3 attempts coming out the final corner. Can he make the move stick this time? Can he get far enough ahead?
He's definitely closer.
Let's see now then, where he will go. FR has left the session.
Left.
There we go,
Interesting decision.
Davis going down the inside. Does Wingo decide to make the move as well?
Wingo gonna have a look?
He's going to sit there and watch. Oh,
he's lost a lot of momentum though, as he's had to clatter over the curb.
That's going to give beat Nick a chance. Now,
Alistair's going for it again. This time he's on the inside. And he's going to get the move done nice and easy there.
Wingo,
is he? Because Davis is going to sweep on the
here.
outside.
Davis tries to hold it, and Davis is going to have to back out of it. Wingo stays ahead of Beatnik as well. Very close between both drivers.
We've had a change for P8 as MNK has gotten ahead of Vapor JS.
Yeah, I think they switched. I think Vapor passed him into turn 1, but then fell behind again, as we've seen, due to the second DRS straight.
Yeah, fair enough. If Davis gets a good enough exit here, could he have a look on Alistair? He doesn't get a good exit. Actually gets a lot of wheel spin out of turn 10 there.
Don't think anyone's close enough to make the move because they're all in this DRS train. The only person that isn't is MNK's fallen away slightly. Oh,
Dizzy!
Dizzy's
and Dizzy spun Fat Boy.
Spun his teammate around. Is that rear wing damage possibly? Not sure. It's
we're
quite a
using
heavy
standard
impact.
or reduced standard.
Oh, we're on reduced standard.
I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
I put it on standard yesterday, so.
I assumed it was standard, but I'm not too sure. I'm going to try and go on board with Fat Boy and Slim. Can we see any rear damage?
Oh,
Dizzy's left the section.
Left. Could you try and get him back in, please?
Yep.
So then Davis, here he goes again. Pulls to the inside, gets Alistair now. So does Wingo though. No, Wingo just backs out of it. But the same thing's happened again, this time with more consequence, as Wingo has actually hit Alistair there, and Wingo has lost 3 positions. Down to P6 now goes Wingo.
Yeah, and that's not been great for Wingo.
We've got a yellow flag and that ski man around again.
And Vapor JS and MK still fighting for that.
Vapor is down the inside, massive snap for Vapor there, forces MNK off. Vapor already really low on ERS here.
Yeah, a lot of drivers saving their ERS at the moment, waiting for the opportunity.
It might make the racing dull, but it'll make the racing better later on in the race. Oh.
Fat Boy and Slim and Matt Biteman still fighting away on the medium, just costing each other lots of time here.
Oh, Mac with a massive snap there.
Oh, Davis nearly straight into the back of Alistair. So close there, going right into the back of Ferrari driver. Surprisingly, no slip. Oh, that's a huge slide from Alistair.
Alistair, a big
now going to get a run there. Can Davis get a run?
Davis doesn't want to overtake before the DRS detection zone though. Like you can make the move into the final corner, but you have to be more or less alongside to do it.
Here we go then. Going down the matrix. It's a lot closer to this lap. Can Davis pull enough of a gap this lap to not be under threat
Alistair
going into turn 4?
To the right. Davis pulls to the outside, almost got 2 wheels on the grass.
Beatnik pits from
so
P3.
Beatnik has pulled the trigger.
Let's see what happens here then.
MNK also into the pits now. So these two have pulled the trigger for the undercut.
Let's see what happens then. Davis did get into the lead though, and this time still seems to be far enough ahead that he's going to be able to stay ahead now. This is crucial for the race. Can Davidson try and break the DRS on this lap?
Jimbo, he's up to P3 after those 2 pit stops.
Beatnik
And I
goes
think
to another
Nosman
set of
also
stops.
pitting.
So Beatnik commits to the 2-stop strategy as Ski Man takes a penalty. Oh, that's Alistair round. Alistair is in the wall.
Oh dear, is there wing damage? He has lost his front wing, has Alistair. So, the man who was fighting for the lead throughout most of this race could now find himself outside of the points paying position. Well, will find himself out of the points paying positions. So then, this has changed everything up. We've had no safety cars or virtual safety cars yet.
Well. I'm not sure what's happened to Vapor. But Vapor has dropped off the back of the lead pack. Beatnik
already threw on Fatboy. Ski Man's crashed out.
Jimbo is out. Jimbo is out of the race.
He's out as well. We've got a safety car.
We've had a safety car. Now this is going to...
So those drivers who started on the softs and haven't already pit, this has saved them.
Yeah, but Beatnik has committed to the 2-stop list, so will he pit again to try and get off that 2-stop strategy? I'm not sure. I feel mediums could probably get to the end of it, but a very tight push. We saw this safety car around this time yesterday, and a lot of drivers all pit for mediums to try and take it to the end, and then safety car, they all bailed and pit again. This will be crucial to see what every driver goes on to.
I hope these guys are watching their delta.
Here we go then, Davis onto a set of mediums, Wingo also onto a set of mediums. Dylan Boy's going to lose a lot of time as they've had to double stack here. Alistair into the pits with no wing. Every driver going onto the medium tyres, it seems. Beatnik stays out.
Other than Morgan. Morgan's gone onto another set of softs.
Beatnik and Mac Backman, for some reason, are going side by side down the pit straight. I'm not too sure why.
So Beatnik didn't pit. Morgan Cheeseman pit from his mediums. He's pit onto a fresh set of softs.
Yep.
As has Fatboy and Slim.
And Dizzy pits on to a set of softs as well.
Can Nosman just get ahead of Fatboy here? I think he will.
I think everyone's in base. Oh,
Davis has been disqualified.
Ignoring yellow. What has happened with Davis? I think he's overtaken the safety car.
He overtook the safety car.
And it's not.
We've seen this before in We've seen this before in Tier 3 last season around Circuit of the Americas. Mac Bikeman, he was leading the race. He got the race lead on lap 1, and then he wasn't aware that the safety car...
apparently the safety car's glitched, apparently. That he's lagged in front of it. Okay. Well then.
I don't know if that's a safety car issue or if that's a connection issue.
I'm not sure either.
But now Wingo is up into the lead. And as we've seen for the second time, after a safety car, Mac Bikeman is second.
Yeah, but has not made his mandatory stop, so...
I know the tactic he's going for as well, because
He did this yesterday though, man got spun around, so hopefully he doesn't get spun around again.
Yeah, but...
Beatnik on them soft tyres will be interesting how aggressive he wants to be.
He'll want to get past Matt Bikeman.
He's clearly committing to the 2-stop strategy here. He's going to have to pit again, along with Mac. So this will be interesting, and has to go off them soft tyres. So obviously,
we do know, however, the state of we could see a few 5-second penalties on the last lap of the safety car, because we do know that drivers tend to get a bit eager, and they'll speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. Obviously, not the leader, but the guys behind them will. And that causes a lot of chaos. Because all it takes is for one person to drop too far back, speed up to catch up, slam on the brakes, and everybody thinks they're going. And we've seen it a few times. Obviously, we've seen it in real life as well. We've seen it, what was it? Tuscany. The, Tuscan Grand Prix of 2020.
Oh, what the hell's happened there with FR77? I think he's tried to overtake... I don't know, he might have a spin. He
might have tried to overtake Dizzy.
Yeah, he might. Oh, I'm not sure what's happened there. I think he was ahead of Dizzy though, so I think he might have spun, or the AI is overtaking him. He can't get back ahead now.
I have no idea. But Mac Bikeman clearly he's going for
I don't know what is going on with FR and Dizzy.
I think Mac's going to either try the medium hard strategy, or if he can really save and preserve his tyres, medium soft.
Oh, Nosman and Fatboy and Slim, some reason of changing positions. I
don't know. The
think I
back of the
think
grid just seems to be a
I
mess.
think Fat Boy overtook him accidentally because they braked hard and then he just gone off track to let Nosman back through again.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, at the moment, we're for the drivers that are remaining, we're penalty free. So
Yeah. The only
obviously
driver that got a
Bahrain not.
penalty
It's
was
not.
Ski Man, who's now DNF.
Yeah, obviously Bahrain not really. It's a bit difficult to get a penalty around Bahrain. There are parts of the track where you can run wide, like, or you can cut it, like turn 2. You cut that too much, you get a warning. Or here, this uphill right-hander, you get a bit of understeer. You can go wide. So safety car is in this lap, so Wingo now, he will back the pack up. Everybody doing their synchronized dancing, basically. Matt Beitman clearly eager to get on with it. Don't seem to be too much of a mess. I think MNK's left a bit of a gap, which could cause a mess.
Yeah.
But when does Wingo go then?
Here we go then.
So, does he go?
He can't go
keeps
until the
them
safety
backed
car
up.
gets into the pit lane though. I think he's being
Oh,
held. I think the game's
that's
held him though.
naughty.
I'm not sure
That
though
is-
because he stayed too close to safety car. I think the game might have restricted him. But we're gonna have to see that from Wingo's on board probably.
It's
But
absolutely
this is
tight. They're gonna go
chaos.
3 wide down into turn 1.
Oh
Matt
my
Bikeman,
God,
is he on the inside? They're 3 wide.
Somehow
Mac
they've all kept
keeps
it
the
clean.
position.
There's no spins so far.
Oh, but Mac's round
Oh,
again.
Mac is round
Mac
again.
Bikeman has gone round.
Exactly like yesterday. He's round as the slightest contact. I think this one beat Nick
Meanwhile,
is back.
further
It's
back,
by
we've
another
got Vapor
Ferrari
making
driver.
a move on MNK. These
Vapor.
two have been fighting it out throughout the race. Morgan and Nosman are making moves.
Now though,
They're
Wingo,
side by
can
side.
Wingo pull away? Oh, and that's
got
Nosman round. That is Nosman
Oh
around.
dear. Was there contact with Morgan?
Yeah, I think
I'm
that was
guessing.
contact.
What Wingo's got to be thankful for at the moment, he's got just Dylan Boy to like defend from Beatnik.
Yeah, at the
Obviously
moment,
Beatnik
Wingo.
on those soft tyres, he should clear these two drivers. But we know how fast Wingo and just Dylan Boy are. Meanwhile, further back, we've got Morgan Cheeseman making moves on M&K. He's going to try it round the outside. No, he isn't. Thought he would try it round the outside of turn 12 there, or turn 13, one or the other. Meanwhile, we've got Fat Boy. He's trying to make moves on FR77.
Morgan
Oh,
and
it's Morgan and
I think
MNK.
Morgan's made a mistake.
Morgan's gone through on MNK Boy.
Anyone pulls into the pit with possible damage? Doesn't seem like it.
Got Matt Beitman and Nosman will going side by side.
Okay, going towards turn 1 then. Wingo still holds on to the lead with no DRS at the moment, no. So can anyone manage to get through? Dylan has got a run. Dylan goes. I expect his ERS. Just Dylan go down the inside here.
Wingo's going to hold it firm on the outside.
He sends it. And it's a Wingo trying to hold it on the outside. They're still
Wingo's
side by
gonna
side
keep
and
the
Wingo's
position.
going to keep the position.
Beatnik
FR
not making the
and
inroads you'd
MNK.
expect.
Close there, but FR
Yeah,
gets
FR.
through there. FR is now up to 7th place.
MNK really struggling for pace at the moment, as he's now got Fat Boy and Slim wanting to have a go
And
on
them
him.
soft tyres as well should easily get past at this stage of the race. But we'll see what happens
Doesn't
here.
want to go into the back of the other driver. As we ride on ball with Fat Boy on Slim here, could we see a move down into turn... I think that's turn 12. Or turn 11. I don't really know corner numbers anymore. But, nothing from Fat Boy there. Meanwhile, we've got Nosman and Mac Bikeman fighting, but Mac's dropped well off the pace as he's the only driver yet to pit. Meanwhile, Wingo continues to hold his lead out in front, but for how long? It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
Dylan
Fat
Boy.
Boy sends it down the inside into the final corner. He runs in wide. Oh, has slight contact there, but both get away with it. Now then, who's going to get the DRS?
Just Dylan Boy. Could he have a look on Wingo? Is he going to go for it down the inside? Morgan Cheeseman and Vapor JS are side by side. Morgan gets through on Vapor. Vapor knew not to fight that as Morgan has to...
Right, here we go though.
is more
Now
or
with
less
the
forced
DRS,
to make
can
another
Dylan
pit
get
stop.
the move done? He's got the DRS activated. He goes down the
So
inside
then,
again. A
he
Wingo.
pulls to the inside. Wingo doesn't fight it.
Yeah, Wingo's being sensible here. Doesn't fight the
But
move.
now he's gonna now come under pressure from Beatnik on those softs. As Morgan is, well, he's still making inroads on these drivers. So then, what can the Aston Martin driver do on the two Ferraris.
Locks up slightly, does Wingo, but he gets it rotated well. Gets good enough exit that Beatnik can't get the run.
We're looking at Alistair now. He can't make any moves. This is just
Morgan
a big
pulls out,
DRS
fakes a
train.
move just to try and put off Alistair. Gaps
Yeah.
are pretty tense. Oh, Mac backwards round
Oh.
again. He's had another spin. Just completely on his own.
I know Mac doesn't like this track, but
Oh, FR
yeah,
picks
as
up
we
a
get our
pretty
first
penalty.
penalty. Well, our second
off
penalty.
off the front runners. Oh, here we go. Morgan going up the inside of Alistair. Just down the inside, squeeze slightly.
Doesn't want to lose
Gets
too much time here.
You have to pull back, sit into the slipstream now, trying to get the DRS. Can he pull alongside and get past? Morgan Cheeseman setting the fast
set the
acceleration
fastest lap.
do so as
As
well.
Wingo now
goes
gets
back
through on
past.
Just Dylan Boy.
Wingo goes
Just
get
Dylan
back
Boy's going to
past.
try and fight it on the outside. Can't get
Wingo,
anything
very
done.
good car position there from Wingo. Not letting him get the
But
switch back.
Just
But
Dylan
now-
Boy is going to have the DRS going down
But
into
just
turn
not
4, but is he
powerful
close
enough.
enough to make the move?
He's
By the
not.
looks
He's
of it,
used a
no.
lot of DRS as well, just Dylan Boy. Look at his DRS usage compared to the drivers around him. He's very low. But Beatnik also
Oh, there's a
saved a
mistake
lot
in
of
the
DRS.
background there from
That's
Vapor.
Vapor's wide.
MNK and Fat Boy have gone side by side, and MNK is through on Fat Boy on Slim,
he stays
who makes a
ahead of
very big mistake there. Meanwhile, we've got, if we have a look.
Dylan, let's see if
we've just
Dylan
got
can
the
get a
same
run
battle.
now then.
It's just Dylan Boy,
Oh,
Wingo
he
gets
gets
a
a
horrid
good
exit.
exit. Compare it to Wingo. Let's see, does he go for it? He uses
He
his
is
DRS.
going for it.
Wingo, is Wingo going to fight
Will
this?
Wingo fight this?
No, Wingo lets him go. Oh, it's very tight. That's been Beatnik and Wingo. So nearly chops across the front wing of Beatnik. Does Wingo. Here we go then, down the back straight into the final corners of the lap.
So, Beatnik, I think Beatnik's going to have a look here.
No, he sits behind. Here we go then, trying to get a good exit at the final corner. Does Beatnik. His tyres will surely be going off now though, the softs will surely be going off.
Morgan's pace has started to drop off a bit.
Here we go though,
Reached traffic.
Morgan is right in the slipstream of Alice. Does he go for the move? The leading three, here we go, Beatnik down the inside of Just Dylan, and Wingo gets through because of the power of the DRS. Beatnik and Dylan side by side, and let's see, oh, they go side by side.
Bit of contact
there. Alistair and Morgan Cheeseman now going to get a run. What's going to happen
Alistair
here?
is boxed in by his teammate.
Beatnik sends it up the inside, and Morgan Cheeseman also inside. They're four with setting 2 by 2. Still side by side here.
Morgan's
Beatnik
on the inside.
Oh,
He's
Morgan
made contact.
He's made contact. Vapor narrowly
Great
avoided.
avoiding action from Vapor there.
Wonderful reaction by Vapor to avoid the contact there. And Beatnik
As
gets
Beatnik
through
is now
though.
through on Just Dylan Boy. Or is he?
But
Just
Wingo
Dylan Boy's
has
going to try it
now
on the
got a
outside. He cuts
crucially-
underneath. Just Dylan Boy down the inside.
But he's not going to get the traction. Soft tyres, wonderful traction.
Beatnik doesn't have the DRS though.
But
They were
yeah,
too
this is the
far
crucial
behind.
now. And here we
Just
go.
Dylan Boy
Dylan
pulls
Boy
to
down
the inside.
again. Nearly tries to hold it. Oh, a slight contact. A slight contact between them, but they both survive it. This is crucially though allowed Wingo to get outside of that DRS range. It's crucial for Wingo. And now the soft sides are fading. Beatnik should not be able to pull up that gap again now. Dylan and Alistair right up behind Beatnik now. Vapor also within the DRS range. Wingo sitting comfortably in the lead now outside the DRS range. This will be very interesting now. See what happens with Beatnik. Does he hold up the drivers behind?
Well, Alistair, he's very close behind Just Dylan Boy here. Could he make the move? Is Just Dylan Boy's going to make the move on Beatnik? They're going to go side by side for the whatever number time. Down into turn 1.
He tries to get the switch back.
Just
Here we
Dylan
go
Boy's
there.
going to go for the switch back
But
again.
I can't with Alistair on his inside. He's boxed him in. The Ferraris have done well here. They've boxed each other in. And is Beatnik going to let his teammate through on their medium tyres since his soft tyres are fading? They're going to go side by side. What is going to happen between the two Ferraris? And he doesn't
Alistair
let
backs
his teammate
out of
through.
it.
Alistair
And there's
backs out of it.
contact with Just Dylan Boy behind. Could Just Dylan Boy
and
have wing damage
Vapor.
because of it?
Is Vapor going to go for a move?
Vapor
Vapor pulls out of the move. Look towards
He
making
thought
the
about
move.
it.
But doesn't.
Just Dylan Boy goes very deep though.
It's going to allow Vapor a chance to go on board with Vapor and just backs out of the move. Trying to get a good exit here from Vapor.
Don't think anything can
Not
be done
great. Here we
here.
go. Okay, so this is
Just Dylan Boy gets really good traction out of that corner.
yeah. In Wingo though, slowly just pulling away at all the times while these are fighting. It's great for Wingo's race. Can save the tyres while he's ahead, not having to defend. Fat Boy and Slim very close behind MNK, and Morgan just dropping backwards. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Morgan into the pits this lap, possibly. Just his tyres
Yeah, we
might
could
have dropped
see a
off.
move as Morgan is.
I think
I
Morgan's
think he's
got wing
struggling.
damage too.
Yeah, he went very
He
wide
just
out
seems
of
to be
the.
understeering all over the place. Here we go then. Does anyone pit? Anyone got wing damage? Does anyone pit?
Yes, Beatnik.
Yeah, Beatnik
I've just
into the
seen
pit
Beatnik
lane.
on the map.
Beatnik into the
Is
pit
Morgan
lane.
peeling off? Morgan peels
Morgan
off
also
as well.
pits. So then, Vapor going down the inside of Justin Lamboy. Holds the move nicely. Justin Lamboy tries to hold it on the inside.
Contact.
Lets him back through. Here we go. Can Vapor get the run? No. Oh, it's like
Oh, big snap and Vapor's round.
Vapor's been pinched against the apex and sent Vapor around in a circle. Vapor gets going again though. Doesn't lose too much time. We go Nozman though up the inside of Vapor. Oh, Vapor's all over the place. Oh, Vapor's is overheated all over the place.
Oh, Nozman, massive
Nozman
snap
also
of
the huge
there.
moment though. Fat Boy and Slim just cut straight across the corner of turn 5, I think it's 6, I think it is actually. Morgan Cheeseman taking a 3-second penalty. But all the time, Wingo pulling away.
And it's going to be even more difficult for Alistair to make inroads because he's going to have just Dylan Boy really close behind him now.
And FR,
with
but
the
crucially,
DRS.
it's not spread the field out. There's not as much of a DRS train. Nozman going for the move on Wingo. Not Wingo, Vapor. It's so tight between the two of them, but they get away with it.
If you also look at Wingo's ERS compared to the two guys behind him,
Wingo's
he's got almost
managing
double
it.
the amount of
There's
ERS.
been contact.
Oh, it's Vapor.
Vapor and Nozman, I think, have had collision. And Vapor is round. I think Nozman might have given him a slight tap.
This lap just goes from
Matt Bikeman takes a penalty as well.
Seconds.
It's not going to help his race now. Dylan Boy going for the move. Up Alistair down the inside. Braking hard here. Let's see what happens.
Fat Boy on Slim now comes into pit lane.
Alistair trying to get the switch back. Can he get a good run now on the run down to turn 4? Activates his ERS. Gets through, switches to the outside very early. Pulls out the slipstream. Dylan slips back in behind. Can these two work together to close the gap to Wingo? That is going to be crucial for this race.
Vapor comes into the pits. He's left on a fresh set of medium tyres. I don't know if there was a wing change involved there.
I think there might have been. He's lost a lot of time.
So then, just Dylan Boy. He's got to do it all over again.
Beatnik is the one to watch though. Beatnik's gap to the leader comes down. Let's have a look at the gap currently. Gap is 21.9 seconds to Wingo. We'll watch that gap intensely.
That's
see how it comes
about
down.
a pit stop, I'd say.
But I think the lead's
just Dylan Boy down the inside. It's one of his favourite overtaking spots, and he's got the move. He's made the move stick.
Crucially, they're fighting too much, these two. They're not gaining the time back to Wingo. They need to focus on not fighting and just getting back towards Wingo.
Well, they're slowly bringing him in. 1.5 seconds. That gap was at 1.6.
But I think Wingo's just saving that EOS, saving the tyre. He just knows he can manage this race currently.
But we all know that it doesn't matter.
But the gap to Beatnik though is coming down. Crucially, that gap is coming down. It's now down to 21.2 already. He's taking nearly a second out of them this lap. Surely.
Alistair pulls out. He's down the inside. I wonder which one of these drivers gets the DRS because it looked like they were pretty even. Just Dylan Boy doesn't get it. It's Alistair that gets the DRS.
It, and he's still ahead. Beatnik sets the fastest lap of the race, taking a second out of Wingo's lead that lap. He's coming at a vast rate and not it. But just got to remember, these top drivers on the mediums already, pitted onto the mediums, will have to soft tyres for the end of the race. They
will. And obviously 11 laps to go now, or 12 if you include this one. And well,
surprisingly only one safety car though. I'm surprised by that so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty clean.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it was Skiman or Jimbo that brought the safety.
I think it was Jimbo that brought it out. Oh, here we go then. Gillen goes round the outside. Surely he can't go around the outside. Alistair holds it.
He can go around the outside
there by Dylan Boy. Wonderful move by Dylan Boy. MNK now on the back of FR77. It's in DRS range. Can he make a move?
I've got to say, I don't know if he's done tier 2 reserve work.
Oh, who's that? Is that Morgan Round?
That's Morgan.
Yeah, that's Morgan Round.
I wonder if there was slight contact with Vapor JS.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm not too sure. Okay, here we go then. Alistair going down the pit straight. He's going to stay up. Can he get the DRS? but they're now 2.1 behind Wingo. They're
He's not gonna
crucially
push, I
losing
don't
a
think.
lot of time here, crucially. To down
Gonna
the
be
inside.
tight. Alistair just keeps his wheel behind Dylan Boy's front
Here we go then.
wheels.
So, does Alistair,
So he's
Alistair
gonna have
does
the
get the
DRS.
DRS now.
He
And
nips
he
underneath.
should clearly get through here. He does. MNK now got DRS on FR77. Does he go down inside? No, he sits there behind him.
Fat Boy's gotten through on Mac, and Mac now
Mac
pulls off into
pits to the
pit lane
pit
for
lane.
his first pit stop. Is Mac going on to those soft compound tyres?
I think he will do. And Vapor sets the fastest lap of the race now with a
It is the soft for Mac
29.5.
Bikeman.
Gap to the leader now is 20.6 seconds down to Wingo now. The gap is coming down, but remember, Wingo will have the soft
Oh,
tyres.
just Dylan Boy spun!
Justin Boy has lost it. He's spun. I'm not sure if there was contact though. There may have been
What it
contact.
looked like, actually it might have been because I only just caught him start going. He was trying to go up the inside down at turn
We
10.
see him trying to go for that move down the inside, and he just might have made it one too many times where the gap was not there. It's now put him into the clutches of FR77 and MNK Boy.
MNK. Gotta say, I was alluding to this earlier before a couple incidents, but MNK, I don't know if he's done a reserve work for tier 2, but for his what I think is his tier 2 debut, like as a full-time driver, pretty solid result so far.
Bringing home good
Probably
points
giving him
currently.
the old commentator
Here we go
curse,
then.
but you know.
FR77 got in the
Oh,
slipstream.
MNK pit.
MNK pits. He pits early. He also pit early last time, so he's going to the softs nice and early here.
That's
I
assuming
think
everyone else
this
will
might
choose
be to try and
pit.
cover off any moves from people like Vapor and Fat Boy. If he gets out ahead, he goes to another set of mediums. Wow, he goes to a set of
He
mediums.
clearly doesn't have a set of softs available.
Or he just thinks the
fresh
softs will
set
go
at
off by the end. FR77 does get past Dylan though. Dylan now behind, down to 4th place. However, FR77
Could there be
has
slight
that
wing damage
penalty.
for Dylan, or even slight rear wing damage if we're on standard? Actually, I'm
Big
gonna
question
check.
is, when does Wingo pit here? The gap to Beatnik is now down to 19.6 now. It's just falling all the time, but we will get them soft tyres.
We're on standard, so there could be slight wing damage for just Dylan Boy.
Oh, there's a yellow flag in sector
We got a
1.
yellow
I think that was Vapor, possibly. Vapor's
I
lost
think
a
it was
lot of
Vapor.
time there. I think it was possibly Vapor. MNK Boys pulled the
But
trigger early
everyone's
though.
pretty spread out unless you count just
But
Dylan
it's
Boy and
down the inside,
FR77.
yeah, he's back past FR77.
What setup is just Dylan Boy
I feel like he
using
must
to
be
get
running a
such good
lot of.
traction?
He's either running high rear downforce, or he's running just a low
Or
downforce
it's
up
just
to get the
stupidly
straights,
quick in a
yeah.
straight line.
Alright, does Wingo pit this lap then? This will be crucial. Does Wingo pit? Nope. Wingo stays out for the lap. Alistair dives to the pit
Alistair
lane.
does.
What does he go
Alistair
to?
pulls the undercut.
Just Dylan Boy stays out. FR77 dives to pit lane as well. 2 drivers into pit lane.
Right,
Does
let's watch
Northman
MNK here then.
Northman
Watch
stays out.
MNK's gap.
Yep, Alistair going to the soft
MNK.
tyres. FR77. Does he go to soft tyres? I think he does. Yeah, FR77 also going to the soft tyres. Now then.
Right, we look at MNK.
Beatnik
MNK rounding
has
the
a
final corner
comfortable
now.
gap now, though. Beatnik with a comfortable gap.
This is going to be tight. It's going to be tight for MNK, but I think he might just get ahead of FR77, but he won't catch Alistair.
No, he won't. But this is...
He gets a...
Those softs could fade by the end. It could come back to MNK. These first 2 laps are going to be difficult, though. Trying to defend from them.
I don't
softs.
think Wingo's going to pit.
I think
I
Wingo...
personally
I
think he's
think
gonna
Wingo
pit.
has to pit. I think he has to... I don't think he can risk it.
He
Mac
pits now.
Bikeman takes-
Oh, Mac Bikeman.
If Wingo pits, he comes out back into behind Beatnik, but will be on fresh, soft tyres, and should surely be able to close that gap back down. The gap to
He has
Beatnik
a
will be
bad
about
in
2
lap.
seconds, probably.
There's no indication. There's no indication on the MFD I've got up that
Wingo,
he's
I've
pitting
seen
this
Wingo
lap.
lock up a lot of times, and their tyres do not look in great condition at the moment. He's surely going to be struggling with tyre wear by the end if he does not pit. I think he's trying to just build up enough to get the yellow flag.
Yellow
in sector
flag,
2.
that's Vapor
round
again.
again. Has there been
His
contact?
day goes from
or
bad
not?
to worse. Right,
Here we go
does
then.
Wingo now come off into pit lane?
Yep, Wingo dives to
He
pit
does.
lane.
He does pit.
Just Dylan Boyd. Does Dylan follow him in? Ooh, Dylan sliding there. Yep, Dylan pits. Does Nosman
Does
roll the
Nosman-
dice and try and stay out to the end? Does he go for no? Nosman
Nosman
coming into pit lane as well. Now then,
Nosman,
so
a one-time
Beatnik
race winner
will.
last season.
We assume Beatnik will take the lead here, but how much will the gap be to Wingo? That is going to be crucial for this race.
He's just rounding the final corner now. It's going to be a bit tight, I reckon. Oh no, I'm watching
No.
Alistair.
That's yeah, Alistair though. pitted a lap earlier than Wingo.
Phoenix
It's going
gonna
to
be
gain
out
a lot of
comfortably.
time. Alistair, though, right up behind Wingo now. It's gained that time from pitting a lap earlier. Has gained about 3 seconds on Wingo. This battle between Alistair and Wingo could decide a lead later on. Now here, does Alistair go for the move now? He goes for it. He just very
Yes, he
late
does.
on the brakes. Now, it's Wingo trying to hold it around the outside. Wingo's trying to hold it around the outside. He does. Alistair's going to have to back out of it. MNK has been passed by FR77 to gamble to go early for the mediums. Does not work for him. And just Dylan Boyd is now behind them and probably will get through pretty comfortably.
Vapor JS is getting
Get attacked from Mac.
harassed here by his former employee down at Williams last season. So obviously Vapor, former Williams team principal, gets a big snap there, but Mac, former Williams driver for tier 3 last season.
I think they get raced for the win here. It's now going to be between Wingo, Alistair and Beatnik. Alistair has time while they catch to gain the position for P2 to be able to be the first one to attack Beatnik. However, the problem is, if these two start to fight too much, they could cost themselves. And FR77 gets another penalty. That's going to drop him even further down the order. It's not what he needs.
I think Alistair's mission here is to hold Wingo up for Beatnik.
Possibly, but they are catching at a rapid rate on Beatnik. There we go. FR77 is the fastest lap of the race.
We'll do that.
There you go. Dylan Boyd. Does Dylan go for the inside on MNK? There's a yellow flag.
Yellow flag. Vapor's round again.
Vapor's round again. Surely his race is going from bad to worse here. He's just overheated them tyres too many times. As Alistair gets by on Wingo. Now
and Wingo can't fight it either.
I think Vapor's just
I think
gone
Vapor
again, yeah.
is,
He's got a 3-second penalty for somehow for. He just can't get in a straight line. Oh, he's gone again. He's in the wall. That's another spin for Vapor.
Taking out a marker. He just can't go full throttle.
No, he just can't get the power down. Beating the gap to Alistair.
If I know
he's
Vapor,
doing a good job here of holding at Wingo.
In pit lane.
Or we might pit and try and get fastest lap. There's enough time left.
I don't think Vapor will do that.
There we go. Alistair and Wingo are gaining a lot. They're gaining quite a lot here. Nearly another second this lap.
There you go, Vapor.
And they can see Beatnik in the distance. The gap is coming down.
2.5 seconds at the moment.
And just Dylan Boy goes down around the outside of
FR77 to let him through.
Yeah, he wants this DRS down the main straight. FR77, they're both very low on ERS.
Here goes Wingo on Alistair, and he gets through.
Yep, Wingo back
But
down.
we've seen it time and time again. Doesn't matter if you get through on the main straight on Alistair.
And FR77 is back out again, ahead of Dylan. There's contact. Dylan runs wide and slots in behind.
Alistair's going to go for it again. He's round the outside.
Round the outside this time. Wingo's decided to defend the inside this time. Wingo has. Alistair though.
They're going to be side by side.
He's going to have to back up. Yep, Alistair backs out of the move. Wingo though. They're both down within 2 seconds of the lead. And FR77 stays ahead of Dylan Boy. These two are fighting very hard. Dylan Boy goes down the inside. He thinks better of it as
FR77's gone deep, but trying to leave him room.
Oh, Dylan. What's Dylan? Dylan going to make another move down the inside here. No, he doesn't. He tries to settle the move. He's trying to get a good exit. Get out of the corner. Dylan has got damage, I think, on the front right end plate. I think Dylan might have some damage. As FR77... Oh, in one angle it looked like it, but maybe not. As Dylan was round the outside again. But they're still side by side. Now through the last right-hander and... Oh, a slight contact there, and FR has to back out of the move. Wingo though, now within 1.3 seconds of the lead. This is going to be a crucial lap here. If Alice can get in front this lap, this will be crucial before they get into the DRS of Beatnik. It's not what he needs. Here we go then,
he won't be able to make the move down into turn 1, I don't
but
think.
He might get a good run now out of turn 1, 2 and 3 up towards turn 4. Can he get the DRS and pull alongside and try and get past... And Dylan and FR77 still side by side.
Good exit.
FR77 off the track and has to avoid Dylan. And they're both going for the move again.
Down the inside.
Wingo trying to hold it on the outside. Wingo does hold it again. Wonderful move by Wingo.
Great defense
Dylan,
here.
Dylan through finally.
Crucially, they are now within a second. As Matt Beitman pits again. I think he's Yeah, I think he already has it, doesn't he?
I think it might be Morgan.
no, it's just
No,
Dylan
it's
Boy.
just Dylan Boy, yeah. Here we go then. And can just Dylan Boy gain onto these pack as well? If he fight enough, he can. He has the pace. Can he get onto this front three? Here we go,
I think
Wingo then.
Beatnik's going to be kissing goodbye to his race win.
Can
Because
Beatnik though back him up enough so Alistair will be on the back of him to make the
I don't
move
think
towards
so.
turn 1? Can Ferrari
take
try and
some,
work this together and work together to win this race somehow?
It would take some very aggressive driving, I think, to hold him up that much.
I think she needs to.
As-
There we go.
Wingo
Then
might even
Wingo.
go for it into the last corner.
No,
The
Wingo's gonna
momentum
wait.
he's got.
He's gonna wait. Wingo waits, gets a good exit out in the final corner now. Can he get the move done quickly?
Such better traction. Beatnik pit.
No, he doesn't.
No, he
He just
doesn't.
tries to debate the toe, and Wingo goes onto the grass. Comes fully onto the grass there. Alistair getting a poor run out the final corner though. Gets nowhere near, and he's gonna be outside the DRS.
They're going to go side
he's
by
not. He's gonna
side.
be just in the
Beatnik's
DRS
going to
range.
have the DRS. There's contact. Oh, no, there isn't. It
No,
looked like
it's
there was
slight.
from
I
the
think a
camera
little line.
angle.
Here we go though. Beatnik's gonna get the DRS and go back down the inside of Wingo. Surely not. This is crucial though. Beatnik can stay in front. He can allow his teammate to come back. Wingo trying to hold it around the outside. He goes wide. Wingo goes wide and just brings Alistair right back into play again. Ferrari, Beatnik doing a great job here trying to hold on to this race win. Wingo though, does he both down inside? He doesn't. He backs out of the move, trying to set it up.
Got a great helicopter cam here as they make the run up
But
into turn 10
as
now.
this all happens, Justin Boy is gaining quite a lot. Can he join the battle for the win? Clearly has the pace to do so with the fastest lap of the
Wingo's
race.
had a very good exit out of turn 10. Could he go for the move?
I think Wingo's going to wait. He is. Wingo's being patient here.
Wingo's not got the confidence of just Dylan Boy down into that turn.
Here we go though.
He's basically pushing Beatnik through every corner.
I think Wingo's just trying to save a bit of ERS here before he takes the lead, because when he gets the lead, he's going to need to try and use all that ERS to get out of the DRS
He has
range.
got about 13% more.
Yeah, but once he gets into that lead, he needs to use it all to try and get out that DRS range. Crucially. Sits in behind. Here we go. This will be crucial as Alistair to get a good run as well. No, Alistair doesn't get a great run out the final corner. Wingo's going to clearly get through here. Can he bridge enough of a gap, though, going towards turn 4 to be able to hold on and get round the lap in first? If he gets round the lap in first, it will allow him to probably pull away and get that 1 second gap. Now, do the Ferraris invert
Depends
the
on
cars,
the
though?
cornering he gets here.
Question is now for Ferrari, do they invert the cars or do they try and get Beatnik to get back through and Wingo? But it tries
He's not
to,
gonna
he's
get
not,
him.
he's not going to get him. Now, this is crucial for Wingo. Can he get that 1 second gap? If he can get that 1 second gap, it would be crucial for this race, and that, I think, puts Wingo out of reach.
Alistair also wasn't close enough.
Yeah, Alistair's very struggling now.
Ferraris to
Alistair's
invert.
really struggling, it seems. He's understeering a lot compared to his teammate. Even his teammate on them 10 old mediums just is got more grip than his teammate behind. Wingo, though, up to 7 tenths already. They're going to get the DRS down this mini straight, but it might not be enough by the end of the lap. As Nozman gets past MNK, Fatboy and Slim
Fatboy
picks up
and
another
Slim gets
penalty.
3 seconds.
That's a penalty for Fatboy and Slim. Now, Beatnik, 5 tenths. Can Wingo pull this 5 tenth gap? He's gaining, he's gaining. Can he pull out a second? If he pulls out the second, that's surely race over.
He's not quite going to do it,
He's
I
had the
don't think,
he's
but
had the
he'll
lap car though, get in his way. It's cost him time, I think. That lap car is just getting in his way, getting in his field of vision. Just Dylan Boy now coming as well. Just Dylan Boy nearly within the DRS range of Alistair now. Could just Dylan Boy even come into the mix? Everyone here is going to get DRS on Wingo though, except for the 2 behind, the 2 Ferraris. Can they make any inroads? But the 2 Ferraris have no ERS at all. They've used it all up, trying to stay with Wingo. Wingo crucially has enough ERS to fight if anyone gets
Wingo
close
is
enough.
just happy now.
And Alistair now falls
Wingo
out
is-
of the DRS end of his teammate. He still gets it luckily this time, but if he falls out that side at 1 second, surely he'll be vulnerable to just Dylan Boy. Surely.
I think Wingo's going to have it here. I think Wingo's going to get that 1 second gap that he needs.
Yeah, he just needs a good sector here. Good through this section with the extra grip, and he should be fine. The gap is up to 9 tenths. It's so close. There's a yellow
Got a
flag.
yellow
It's
flag, and that's
Fatboy
Fat Boy
into
and
a wall.
Slim.
Does that mean that safety car? No, it doesn't, as there's only 2 laps of this race to go. Very
Could've
unfortunate
gotten
for
a
Fatboy and Slim.
virtual, I
He's
think,
cost
but-
himself a lot of a few points there. He was in 8th place when he crashed.
Is Dizzy AI?
The Dizzy's still an AI, yes. But crucially, Beatnik staying within the DRS range. Alistair though has dropped off, and Dylan Boy right in his DRS range now. But Dylan Boy making another move on Alistair.
Beatnik is still
Here we go,
like
Beatnik though, as he said, the tyres will come back to him as the soft tyres wear more than the mediums. He's still within the DRS range. MNK Boy picks up another penalty. That could cost him more positions, probably not. He's got a 20-second gap behind though. Now then, going on the fame straight. Beatnik does get DRS, crucially does Dylan Boy as well. Dylan Boy going for that P3. Down towards turn 1. Alistair and Dylan Boy both have no ERS pretty much. Dylan Boy down the inside. Now, can Alistair make the move? Going back towards turn 4. This is the only real battle for the last lap of the race.
This is the last lap.
And he's just got
We've
no grip
lost track of the laps.
Alistair's just no grip. He can't seem to get any exit or traction. No, Alistair's not going to be able to go for a move. And I think that might be P3 over as well. So it seems this race could be set
up. 1 second gap. So this is our only entre. Oh no, we've actually got
MNK and Nozman. They are fighting hard, to be fair, the two of them. Wingo, though, has a comfortable 1.1 second lead. That should keep him out of DRS range. So no mistakes from Wingo, and he should be fine here. Alistair still within DRS range, but has just faded awfully with his final few laps. He seems to have really bad time where he's just struggling to get the traction down at every corner. Possible wing damage maybe for Alistair, because his pace is just fully dropped.
Absolutely. But, yeah. So then, Wingo, round in turn 12. He's rounding out that he's finished the second sector. He now starts the run up to the final corner.
And the gaps from everyone just go over a second, so it doesn't seem like we're going to see any changes of positions on this final few corners.
But Wingo then, he rounds the final corner. He got pole position. He had a bad start, but he's pulled it back. Wingo 45 has won the Bahrain Grand Prix. Beatnik will come home in second. And then an absolutely amazing drive from just Dylan Boy to bring home P3. Alistair, P4. FR77, no, it's going to be Nozman in P5. Then MNK Boy, FR77, will get P7. Then will come the two Aston Martins of Morgan Cheeseman in 8th and Mac Bikeman in 9th. The AI of Dizzy comes home in 10th, but I believe because he was AI for most of the race, he's going to get disqualified. So that'll promote Fat Boy into P10. So then, Morgan Cheeseman, kind of a day to forget for the Aston Martin driver.
Yeah.
And then the Tier 3 Aston Martin driver and Tier 2 reserve driver, Mac Bikeman, he's going to round out and he's going to come home in P9.
Alright, let me get this.
So then, absolutely amazing stuff for Wingo. I'll get him in now for interviews.
Yeah.
Recently played with.
I'm going to quickly head to the toilet. We'll be back in a second.
Alright. Just Dylan Boy. Wingo. Beatnik. Alright lads, can you just make sure your audio is included, please? So then it is Wingo who wins from from Beatnik, and then just Dylan Boy. Beatnik, can you make sure your audio is included, please? So then, pretty amazing race. We're gonna just wait for Lizard to come back, but yeah. So then, just to confirm the final finishing order, it is Wingo 45, the Mexican, last season's runner-up. He comes home to win here in Bahrain. Beatnik is then the two Americans behind him of Beatnik in the Ferrari. He comes home in second, and just Dylan Boy in third. The second Ferrari of All-Star, he comes home in P4. Nozman, he brings it home in P5, a good drive there for the American. Then the Hungarian of MNK Boy. And then the rest of the finishers, I believe, were British, other than, well yeah, the rest of them were British, as FR77, P7. Morgan Cheeseman is in 8th, Matt Bikeman in 9th, Dizzy in 10th, Fat Boy, Vapor, JDJB, Jimbo, Skiman and Davis in P15. So then, let's start our interviews. We'll start off with the P3 man, just Dylan Boy. Pretty hectic race, I'd say. What was your view on it?
I thought it was actually a pretty good race for me. I mean, well, besides the safety car kind of screwing over Davis, that sucked. I really wanted him to be up there with me. But even then, if that the safety car kind of threw around my strategy because I originally planned on a two-stopper, which is very dangerous in league racing. Uh, so the safety car definitely helped me with that, especially going from mediums to softs. So as well, I also thought I'd probably have a chance to beat Nick until the point where me and Ellie were racing, and that just kind of I hit a curb and just kind of spun through turn 10.
Well, yeah, I saw that. Was there did any damage incur from that, or was it just...
I just kind of tapped the wall with my tire. That's about it.
Alright, so, obviously we saw you, so much confidence on the brakes down into out of turn 10 and down the DRS straight down into 11. Did you expect to be able to pull off half of those moves, or was it just a bit like you saw the chance and you went for it?
I just kind of saw the chance and went for it. If I wrecked, I wrecked.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations. I don't know if Lizard is back. Lizard, you're back yet?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just checking the audio's working.
Alright, cool. You got any questions for Just Dylan Boy?
Not really, no. Oh, part of one thing we were talking about this on stream. What was your setup to be able to get the exits out of turn 10? Because we were saying you had so much more traction than everyone else, it seemed. Getting out in the corners.
Honestly, I just kind of went on time trials, and I just kind of pulled off, I think it was either Jabs or Davis's.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Well, congratulations. We'll now move on to the second place driver, and that is Beatnik. So, you led the race after the pit stops. After most of the pit stops. Did you realistically think you had a chance, or did you think that Wingo would always catch you?
I knew I had no chance from the beginning. The safety car kind of ruined my strategy. I was gonna undercut soft, medium. Regardless, I was gonna do a two-stop. I felt the one stop was too risky for me because I'm hard on tires. But yeah, I struggled towards the end. I knew Wingo was gonna catch me, so really my goal changed from me winning to trying to get my teammate onto the podium. Unfortunately, it couldn't happen. After Wingo passed me, I just stayed in his DRS. I don't know how I could do it, but it happened.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, that's all from me, really.
Yeah, no questions for me, really.
Lizard,
Do you want to say, well done, Wingo. Hard-fought battle in the end.
Fair play.
Well, I got another league race to go to. I have RPO, like, right now. So.
You'll have fun.
Yeah, I've got one in like 5 minutes.
So we'll move on to
Alright,
first place driver, and
thank you for having me.
yeah, that's fine. Cheers for racing.
Cheers.
So we'll move on to the first place driver and race winner, Wingo. Got pole position, so that clearly felt good, and then didn't get the best of starts. Was it just settle into the race and find your rhythm?
Yeah, I am always bad at the start. I don't know how to control the throttle, but I try to recover. That's always what I do. It was a pretty hard race. You know, my teammate crashed like in the first 10 laps, so it was me against the two Ferraris. It was hard.
Well, yeah. So obviously there was a lot of hard battling going on between yourself, Just Dylan Boy, and obviously the two Ferraris. After the final pit stop, did you think there was enough time to catch Beatnik and win the race, or were you just pushing flat out to try, but you had no idea if it was going to pay off?
I knew I had a pace to catch him, but there was the other Ferrari. I think it's Alistar. Yeah, he fought with me a couple of laps, and that complicated a lot, but it ended with a win, so I'm happy with it.
Well, congratulations, Lizard. You got any questions to ask?
Not really, no. Just
Well,
good racing from everyone. Just kept it clean. Nice clean race actually. Compared to yesterday, a lot cleaner race. We only had one safety car. I think Matt also might be because there was less drivers slightly, but it was a good clean race. A lot of good fighting in that race.
Yeah, well, as Lizard just touched upon, good clean racing from everyone. But that's all from us then, lads and lasses. If you're watching, thank you all for watching, and obviously go check out SilentX Energy. They're great brand and all that. But yeah, that's all from us. We'll be back later for Tier 1. I believe it'll be Thrasher and Skippy. They will be commentating for you guys. So be sure to tune in about an hour's time, in about probably an hour and like a half time. And yeah, you'll see some good racing in Tier 1. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.